Noel. What a great guy. But our next guest up, you've been waiting for them all night. They're a Latin American freestyle group, best known for their songs Maria, Scars of Love. Let's give a late night welcome for TKA. All right. My man. What's up, buddy? What's going on, all right? Thank you for coming. Doing all right? Yeah. You gotta have those bloopers in the show.
How are you?
Doing all right. You guys got here all right?
Yeah, we got here okay. Sitting out in traffic, but it's okay.
Sitting out in traffic is the worst. That's what people come here for the traffic.
Yes. I'm here every day because I record out here. So.
Where?
Not that far.
Okay. Private studio?
Private studio.
All
I
right,
think
cool.
Wu-Tang records out of there as well. So
all right, good.
My partner works out of there.
Cool, cool. So listen, you guys are all from the tri-state area.
Yes. Spanish Harlem, Washington Heights. I'm K7.
I'm Trey.
And I'm Los.
We are TKA.
That's it, baby. So how did TKA start?
Well,
Give us a little history.
okay. Back in 1983, there was 3 other members initially. We were doing Sweet 16s and, local, elementary school parties around the area. And I happened to stumble across a record label on 93rd Street and First Avenue, which was Tommy Boy Records.
Yeah, Tommy Boy.
I walked upstairs, and as I was walking upstairs, some of my heroes were walking down the stairs. I saw Africa Bambaataa walking down the stairs, and I was like, and Bambaataa threw a Tommy Boy T-shirt at me, and I said, Tommy Boy Records? He goes, yeah, it's right upstairs. So I walked upstairs, and I walked into the office. The receptionist behind the desk was this guy, and he goes, what are you doing here? And I was like, I want a record deal. And I didn't have a song prepared. I didn't have nothing. And he says, well, bring your group and we'll see how you guys do. And I said, well, tomorrow night is Friday. Come to see us perform at an elementary school on 97th Street. And he came.
Wow.
And he brought us back, and the rest is history. The ball started rolling from there. And we all wanted to be rappers. At the time, that's what we aspired to be. We wanted to be a rap group.
Really?
But nobody wanted an all Puerto Rican rap group. So at the time.
Nah, that won't work.
It wasn't working for us at the time. So he says, why don't you guys sing? And we said, oh, well, we'll try, because Scars of Love, we sang on it. And we sang it to him, we sang it, and he believed in us. He started, doing his politics to get us across, and Tom Silverman and Monica Lynch signed us to Tommy Boy Records without ever hearing us sing a lick.
Wow.
Yeah, that's unheard of.
Yeah. Yeah. And we started doing stuff around the neighborhood. We started doing the Kiss FM parties back in the day, and local parties, and we recorded Scars of Love. Our first single was One Way Love, which, hit big.
Yeah.
It hit big for a split second. Kiss FM was the radio station of the time. KTU had came and gone for a minute in New York, and Kiss FM started off, and they took us in, and they loved the record. They started playing it, but when they found out that we were Puerto Ricans, the record got taken off the air like that. So it was like, oh, another black eye for us. And for a year in New York, we got no radio play, but we were popular in Miami. Miami had us working every single weekend, but we couldn't get shot in New York until Hot 103 started.
Yeah.
Hot 103, which is now KTU.
Which is where Broadway Bill Lee came from, and Sue O'Neill,
Yeah.
and all those big jocks that are still on radio today.
Yes, and all the records that we had released within that years, which Scars of Love, Tears May Fall, Come Get My Love, became like instant hits. So when KTU started, they picked up from One Way Love, and they picked up all these records. So we became like their one of their signature groups. And the freestyle movement started happening for us, and then we kept going. And in '93, in '90, after Maria came out,
Louder Than Love.
Louder Than Love and the Louder Than Love album
that
came
was
out
great.
right before that.
You guys had a lot of stories about love. Scars of love, one-way love, louder than love, come get your love.
It's always heartbreak, though. Heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Love, man.
Let me show you this.
Here's the thing.
Oh, Lord.
I was digging through my cassettes. I had a fun. I got hundreds and hundreds of cassettes.
Do you like my mustache? I look like the Marlboro
This is come here.
man.
You gotta focus in on this, somebody.
I like the chocolate Marlboro man. Check
Like
it out.
that Colombian coffee guy.
It's still in very good condition.
Yeah, that's when Jerry curls was still in effect.
I'll sell it for $500. See, you got it right there. All right, cool. So, go ahead.
You know what the magic tool is for those, right?
What?
A pencil.
Yeah, that was the way. If you couldn't rewind it, you used to
right.
twirl it around.
The pencil.
Yeah. So we were lucky enough in '93 and '91 when the group initially broke up. I wanted to keep recording, and
Yes.
right before the group broke up, I had started a project that initially was supposed to. We wanted it to be a TKA situation, and it didn't. It didn't pan out that way because it was a totally different direction from the freestyle music that we had done. And I met these two individuals. They were dancing for Cynthia originally, and I told them, I have this idea, and it may be a little bit far-fetched, but I think we can go with it. And it became K7 and the Swing Kids.
Yeah.
And we had my first hit gold record from it, which was Come Baby Come.
Come, baby, come. Yep.
And this year, not only with the TKA stuff, but with them, we share a 21-year anniversary from the time that Come Baby Come came out.
That's great.
Wow. That long?
So I just aged them while sitting next to me right now.
You gotta give me love in it. You gotta give me something. Best song.
You said that was 93?
93, Come Baby Come came out. Summer of 93.
Now let me just go back to the year that you missed, the greatest hits package that came out
The greatest hits package.
with the single, one single, Maria.
Maria.
But that blew up.
Yes, initially, if you don't know, a little bit of trivia, Maria was supposed to be part of the K7 package.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we wanted a bridge between me coming out as this new entity and what I had done with the TKA stuff. So I had recorded 3 freestyle songs. I recorded a song called Body Rock, another called I'll Make You Feel Good, and Maria. And on our last group meeting as TKA, my manager said, I think that we should put up a greatest hits package. And I'm like, all right, I'm good with it, what's it gonna hurt? And he says, well, we need an extra song for it. Could we go record another record? But I think that recording that record would take too long. And I was like, I don't really want to record another record. And he says, well, why don't you give him one of the songs from your package? And I wanted to pull at the time I had a flat top, and I wanted to pull all my hair out so I could be bald at that instant. And I didn't know what song to pick. And then I said, well, I'll do Maria. And then I just started calling up any producer that I can call up to try to get, a hold of. I called Frankie Cutlass, I called my friend Arnold Mad Dog Rodriguez, I called anybody who would give me instant studio time. And the rest is history.
Frankie Cutlass. He's
Yes,
good.
yes.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah. Mr. Puerto Rico.
What's it like to be one of the most recognizable acts, part of one of the most recognizable acts in probably one of the best cultures of dance music?
Wow, that's the first time I ever heard that. It's actually an honor. I mean, we just kind of do what we do, and Kay is the front man. He started this, as he mentioned before, he started this K7 and the Swing Kids. Him and I were dancing with Cynthia, and they needed a choreographer at some point, and they liked what we were doing, so they hired me to do choreography for them.
Well,
And
he
actually
was
did-
choreographing TKA stuff.
Right.
So anything after Tears May Fall is basically his choreography.
And Maria, when I first heard Maria, it's like, wow, this is great. And we did that, and then they actually asked us to perform with them as 5 guys on stage. So that was great. And he told us about this project that he wants to work on, and that was history. Once he got us on board on that, we owe everything to him getting us on board on this. And we got in, and it blew up to what it is now.
And
It's-
Los, what does the music mean to you guys as the symbols of this stuff? What does it mean to you?
It's the definition of our life,
Yeah.
pretty much. You know, not only are we involved in it, but we're also fans at the same time.
You got to be a fan of your music.
You
I
have
believe
to.
that strongly.
Yeah. So you know, so not only are we fans of music, other performers, but these are our peers. These are our family at the same time that we all grew up together. We grew up at a generation that it's still going strong now. So, and it's evident. It's evident by our shows. It's evident by our concerts. It's evident by the wonderful people that you have here.
Thank you. Hey, I got a question for you. What about Swing Batter Swing? A lot of people don't know about that.
Well, you know, Swing Batter Swing, the Come Baby Come album, it's all these ideas that I had built up throughout all my years of loving music. And so to me, you know, the Swing Batter Swing album was a culmination of all these, it's a hodgepodge of all these ideas that I had. From wanting to, you know, to listen to Cab Calloway and hearing his call and response stuff, to the Caribbean stuff that I grew up in from my mom's side, and you know, and all this different thing just put together in one pot. And the ideas, when I started doing it, I initially started again bringing Frankie Cutlass back up. I initially started recording with Frankie. He had studio time, and he would call me in, and I would start writing these songs, and he was like, "Kate, this is not a love song." And I'm like, I don't want it to be. I want it to be something different. I want it to feel, I want it to stand on its own. And that's why it was turned down by the group, because we were so known for being these heartthrobs, that I just felt like we needed to do something different. To me, that's my baby. That's like my kid. So I love it.
Out of all the songs you guys do, I just want to hear from each of you real quick. What's your favorite to perform it, and why?
My favorite song to perform to this day has to be, there's two. It has to be Come Baby Come, and it has to be Maria.
Yeah.
Come Baby Come, just because it means so much to the three of us. It's our first gold record. It brought about our first gold album. It took us around the world. It showed us that all we did regionally in the 50 states, we can take it outside of it and do a lot more. So that's, you
I'd
know.
have to agree with Kay. Come Baby Come and Maria. Like he said, it took us all around the world. People love it. We love to perform it. It's just our favorite too.
Sounds good.
Yeah, pretty much. Same thing.
Now listen, that's your time. What's your plans for the future? I know you guys are playing on Staten Island tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night we're going to be at Z2. Upcoming, for those of you, we have a special surprise November 1st. There is something happening at the Westbury Theater where it's Halloween, and we're going to make that a Halloween theme up on stage also. So we got a little surprise going on there.
And also, if you guys want to see us and Noel performing live, if you want to take a drive, we're going to be at the Mohegan Sun.
That's November 8th.
That's November 8th.
Nice.
And that's going to be a big event.
Well, where can everybody find you guys on Facebook, the internet?
You could, really easy, K7TKA. You could spell it out, or you can just take those letters and numbers, put them together. Find us on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook. We're right there for you, and we answer your questions. We write you back when need be, and we post all our events, which Vinny is annoyed at us because we flood his timeline.
It doesn't stop, but it's great. And I'm at half of them anyway.
Hey, he
so.
takes my post down after 10 minutes. Well, you guys want to see TKA perform?
But there's one thing. You have to christen Johnny P. We've all done, the Friends of TKA have done the dance move. You have to make Johnny P do the move tonight.
This.
We have to.
You got to hook his leg and make him hump the air.
All right. So before we sing, we're gonna do a dance step with you. We're not gonna force you to do it to the music because we're afraid
No,
that
I'm embarrassed, but
that
I'll,
you
I'll
might not
try
have it.
anything. I got it.
Let's just do the step.
Come on.
I'm just doing this because if NBC says you got to do this, I got to do this. So I'm just
space back here. Come over here.
all right. I make a jerk out of myself.
Stand next to Trey.
All right.
Can you guys? Could you hear me? You guys can hear me? All right. Just call it Captain Morgan.
All right.
Just before we do that, we're not trying to endorse the liquor. It's a dance move, okay? So, because we're gonna be on cable access, we don't wanna fall and hurt ourselves, so please,
That's all right. Listen.
try it.
And everyone's phone's out.
This is what happened. Trey lifts up his leg, you grab it from under, right, over here. No, not like that, not like that, the other way. This, right there.
There you
You
go.
don't have to lift it up that high. Now,
I'm not that
yes,
flexible.
Put your hand on my shoulder. Do this,
Yes.
and then we pump 3 times. Ready?
What do you mean?
1, 2, 3.
So we try that?
It's like Latins and Italians doing the Rocket move. All right? And then we pump 3 times again.
1.
2, 3. Give it up for John.
Hey.
Thank you.
He's been inducted to the Captain Morgan Hall of Fame.
All right. TKA.
All right, people.